When you import or export data, you can control the data you send between programs and where it goes in the destination file. Project has wizards for importing and exporting data, so you can follow the wizard's lead to get data where you want it to go. As far as importing from Excel, you see that when we talk about creating a project from an Excel workbook. But importing from other formats is similar. So for example, we can import from a comma-delimited file. Before we do that, we have to change one setting in Project so we can actually open other formats of files. To do that, go to the File tab and click Options. Then choose Trust Center. On the right side, click Trust Center Settings. Click the Legacy Formats category, and you can see that the option is set Do Not Open Save Files with Legacy or Non-Default File Formats in Project. Well, that means you just simply can't open them. So instead, choose the second option, Prompt when loading files with legacy or non-default file formats. That way, Project will ask you if you want to open them. Then click OK, and click OK again. Well, now we can go and import a comma-delimited file. Go to the File tab and click Open. Choose the folder that has the file, and in the drop-down list, choose the format. In this case, it's comma-delimited. Then select the file name and click Open. The import wizard starts. Well, this first page is just information, so click Next. We're going to use a new map, so click Next again. And now you have three options. You can import to a brand new project, you can append the data to the active project, or you can merge the data into the active project. Well, in this case, we want to create a brand new project, so leave this option selected and click Next. You can also choose what types of data you import, tasks, resources, or assignments. In this case, we're importing tasks, so leave that option. Keep the checkbox for Import Includes Header. And in the text delimiter box, it's a comma-delimited file. So click Comma, then click Next. Well, now we really get down to business because we map what's in the comma-delimited file with Microsoft Project fields. And you can see that Project guesses on a few of them and does pretty well, but there are a couple that it can't map. So in this case, estimated work maps to the Project Work field, and resources maps to resource names. So when everything looks the way you want, click Next. If you want to save that map, click the Save Map button. But right now, we're just going to import the data, so click Finish. You see this message about trying to open a file saved in an older file format. Well, just click Yes. And now you have your new project based on the imported data. Well, now let's look at the other direction, exporting data from Project. So I'm going to close this project file. And now I have this other project with data that I want to export. The first thing that you want to do is choose the view and the table that you want to export. In this case, on the Task tab, click the bottom half of the Gantt chart button and choose Gantt chart. Then, on the View tab, click Tables and choose Cost. Now this is the table that I want to export, and I want the entire table. So click the cell at the top of the Task ID column. It's called the Select All Cells because it selects every cell in the table. And now we're ready to export. So go to the File tab and choose Save As. Select the location where you want to save it, and the Save As dialog box opens. Well, in this case, click the down arrow for Save As Type and choose Excel Workbook. I'm also going to change the name so I know what the file is, and then click Save. The Export wizard starts, and it's a lot like the Import wizard. The first page is information, so click Next. Well, we selected data, so this is the right option. Leave selected data and click Next. In this case, we're going to use an existing map. So select that option and click Next again. And the map we want is Cost Data by Task. So select it and click Next. Now with Excel, you can actually create multiple worksheets. So if you wanted to, you could export tasks, resources, and assignments. But in this case, we're just exporting task information. So leave that checkbox turned on, and leave the checkbox for Export Includes Headers turned on, and click Next again. Well, in this case, Project has everything set up to export, so you can just click Finish. Now, Project doesn't automatically open Excel, but the file is out there in Windows Explorer. So if I minimize Project, now you can see that the Excel file that I created is there. Whether you want to import data into Project or export project info to another program, Project's import and export wizards make it easy to exchange data with other programs and get the data where you want it to go.